Hey guys, Will or Lolio here, and today I want to talk about BlizzCon. So Blizzard recently put up a blog post talking about the in-game items you'll receive for either going to BlizzCon in person or by buying a virtual ticket. So this year we're getting more cool stuff than ever before, one for each Blizzard game. Representing WoW, we have yet another take on the Murloc pet. This year's is the Gromlock, obviously referencing Grommash Hellscream, who is apparently the final boss of Warlords. I think it's pretty cool how every year we get another variation on the Murloc, and I think, some people have said that it is a bit tired at this point, considering we get a new one every year, but I feel like it's a pretty cool tradition. I mean, Murlocs have kind of become the zany little mascot of the Warcraft series, and I think it's nice that we get kind of a new version every time. As for the pet itself, well, I'm not a big pet battler, but I've heard from other people that his data mined abilities have great synergy with each other, which is always nice for pet battles. Like every other BlizzCon pet, you'll also get a feat of strength for owning it. Now, for Hearthstone, we'll be getting a new card back. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, it looks nice, I really like the design, but it's a little bit disappointing. Considering last year we got an awesome Elite Tauren Chieftain card, which, I mean, it wasn't a competitive card, but it had a really awesome spell effect, it was really fun and flavorful, and it really had a lot of, cool stuff with it. This one, a card back, it feels a bit weak in comparison, but it is certainly appreciated. I mean, I like the way it looks, but we get a lot of card backs for Hearthstone all the time. StarCraft 2 players will get a couple of new portraits, one of which features Artanis, and another of which Blizzard is keeping unrevealed for now. I guess they're trying to keep it secret. I feel like, due to the nature of StarCraft 2, they get the short end of the stick when it comes to in-game stuff. I mean, you can't really give them a lot of cool stuff because of it being a competitive RTS, but I feel like portraits are pretty weak and aren't that exciting. I don't know, maybe some people are like, oh awesome, we get new portraits. For me, not really a big deal. For Diablo 3, you'll be able to transmog your weapons into Warlords of Draenor based looks, depending on your class. So for example, the Barbarian gets Blackhand's Hammer, the Monk gets Kargath's Blade Fist, and the Demon Hunter gets a bow, even though none of the Warlords actually use a bow, but it does look pretty Iron Hordy, I guess. I think it's cool that they're integrating more transmog stuff, and the crossover is nice. It definitely fits the theme of Diablo. The weapons look like they belong in Diablo. I like it a lot. Even though Heroes of the Storm is still in alpha, players will get a Nexus Brawler portrait and a Nexus Charger mount. Considering the other mounts in the game aren't very special and they cost a decent chunk of change, I think it is pretty awesome to get one of these for free. The portrait is obviously less exciting, but the mount is pretty cool. Now, I've seen some people complaining about the price of the virtual ticket, saying that it's not worth it. And the virtual ticket does cost $40, which is the same as last year and I think the year before that, and it gets you all the streams of BlizzCon, as well as all the in-game items. Now, in previous years, I also felt like it wasn't really worth it, even though I bought it anyway, unless you really wanted to get the information, immediately. Since all the information that comes out of BlizzCon is put on fan sites like MMO Champion almost instantly. You're kind of just paying for the experience to watch it, right then at that moment, as it's being, broadcasted live. But this time, with all the games getting stuff, I think based on the in-game stuff alone, you're not really getting a bad deal. I mean, pets for WoW are like $10, so for Gromlock right there, that's $10, and then the Heroes mount would likely be another 10 or even 15. The Diablo transmogs also probably 10 or 15 if they sold stuff like that for Diablo, and then you have the card back and the portrait, so honestly it seems like a pretty fair deal to me. Anyway, that's it for me for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.